What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We're back. We are back in the house once again. Bajillion81. Bajillion81 is going down. It's going down. Fear is for what? I can't. This Bruce Lee shirt. I might have had. This is my. I slept in this, so y'all see me in this. Fear is for others. Bruce Lee. I slept in this shirt. This is my sleep shirt. You know what I'm saying? You might see me wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row or something because I put it on at night and I take it back off before my day starts. But Bruce Lee, let me see. Let me tell you about Bruce Lee, man. Let me tell you about Bruce Lee. Let's see what we can do here. Siri, when was Bruce Lee born? Okay, November 27th. 1940. My birthday is November 29th. So Bruce Lee is a Sagittarius, just like myself. November 27th. Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace to Bruce Lee. Chadwick Boseman was born November 29th, 1976. Anderson, South Carolina. If you don't believe me, look it up. That's my twin brother. When he died, I cried. Who else? It's a lot of Sagittarius out there. Birthdays either on the same day as my birthday or a little bit, maybe a few days off. Jamie Foxx, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, without further ado, man, let's get right into it. Take me a sip of water. I already had my coffee. Both Sonia and Lily were around the same age, with Lily being older by 2 months. Okay, for some reason, if y'all can hear that noise, I'm sure y'all can hear that noise. It is, well, let me see what the temperature is. Siri, what's the temperature outside? Alright, anyway, Siri don't work as well as Alexa. Let me see what the temperature is outside. It's 25 degrees outside, y'all. It is currently 25 degrees outside here. And for some reason, there's a landscaping company outside cutting grass. There is no grass outside. Everything is brown. It's frost on the ground. So why? And it's 7:53 in the morning. So why are they out there edging, weed eating, and cutting grass? I have no idea. Whichever neighbor it is, you guys can save your money. Anyways, we're gonna have a little noise in the background, y'all. I apologize. Both Sonia and Lily were around the same age, with Lily being older by 2 months. With that, she often tried to use the slight difference in age as a validation of seniority, but Sonia never fell for it. Jacob was 1 year older than Freddie, but neither of the boys seemed to care. Also living with their grandfather was their mother, Magdalena, and Shug's mother, their great-grandmother, Louise. Penny, Shug's daughter and youngest child, was also there. Though she'd never been diagnosed with any mental abnormalities, Penny's crossed eye. Oh, man, y'all, forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I'm gonna have to get up to use the bathroom real quick, and All right. Sorry about that. It's about 5 minutes later. Just got a call from my wife there, so yeah. And I had to get up to use the little boy's room. So, anyways, Jacob was 1 year older than Freddie, but neither of the boys seemed to care. Also living with their grandfather was their mother, Magdalena, and Shug's mother, their great-grandmother, Louise. I think I need to put some commas here. I don't even know, man. Let me see. Penny, Suge's daughter and youngest child, was also there. Let me see. Okay, so I need to make some changes here. I think I said this yesterday. All right, so Jacob. All right, I don't need to read that again. Let me see. Also living with their grandfather was their mother Magdalena, and was their mother Magdalena, Suge's mother, their great grandmother Louise, and Penny, Suge's daughter and youngest child. See how quick we can make changes, y'all. If you're going the wrong direction, just make a change. Just make a change. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you're going the wrong direction and you know you are, make a change. It's time to make a change. We are the people who can do it. It's about that time, All right, I don't do this a lot, but I'm gonna take a detour. Y'all hold tight. I'll be right back. All right, I told you I was gonna be messing around a little bit, so let's go. This is the Winans. Featuring Teddy Riley. Time to make a change. We are the people who can do it. It's about that time. Time to make a change. We are the people who can do it. Alright, so let's get back to the story here. Alright, I'm serious now. Being serious. Jacob was 1 year older than Freddie, but neither of the boys seemed to care. Also living with their grandfather was their mother, Magdalena, Suge's mother, their great-grandmother, Louise, and Penny, Suge's daughter and youngest child. Though she'd never been diagnosed with any mental abnormalities, Penny's crossed eyes, Penny's crossed eyes and extreme shyness caused the average Green Pond resident to place judgment. When Suge's son, Frederick Jr., met their grandmother after moving to Connecticut, according to Lily, they fell in love but didn't get married due to several reasons, one being the family of the potential bride-to-be, a very traditional Polish family, was solely against mixing the races. Magdalena was the first generation to actually grow up in the United States. Her parents had moved to New Jersey in the 70s and later moved to Connecticut after finding good jobs. Starting a family with Magdalena being the only child, they were on the road of becoming proud Polish Americans. When their only daughter got pregnant at the tender age of 18 by this big, black, funny-sounding Southerner, it was an embarrassment for the family. At age 24, with the little girl and baby on the way and living in Newark, New Jersey, where Magdalena had other family besides her judgmental parents, had family other than her, had family other than her judgmental parents. Frederick Sr., not Jr. Frederick Sr. had begun to think that the family life wasn't for him. When I just read that, I felt some kind of way. When I read that. I'm not even gonna lie, I felt a little sadness there. Writing is something else, y'all. It can evoke emotion. Good writing can evoke emotion, so I know that particular line there has that element of sadness. I felt that, you know what I mean? All right. At age 24, with a little girl and baby on the way, and living in Newark, New Jersey, where Magdalena had family other than her judgmental parents, Frederick Sr. had begun to think that the family life wasn't for him. He left home several times over the years. The two never got married. For that reason, both Lily and Frederick shared Frederick Jr. For that reason, both Lily and Frederick Jr. shared their mother's last name, Nowakowski. When times got so bad for their mother, she called. When times got so bad for their mother, she called Suge 2 years. Oh, when times got too bad, when times got unbearably. All right, y'all, excuse my stomach. When times got unbearably bad, let's see. Intolerably, insufferably, terribly, agonizingly, excruciatingly. When times got... What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find a better word than unbearably. It's all about the flow. And this music that I love this music that I'm using. It has to flow with this music. And it also has to flow with the sentence. It has to flow with the paragraph. It has to flow with the story. It's all about flow and vibration, y'all, when you write. That's why I call myself Write This Way, because I want people to write in a way that a person with a learning disability can read it. Okay? That's my whole style. I think some of the best teachers in the world are the people who learn differently from others, they have to, and I say it like this, because if I can get it, if I can grasp it, anybody can. If I can grasp it, anybody can. I repeat one more time. If a person like me can grasp it, whatever it is, unless the subject matter is something I'm completely head over heels in love with. Like right now, I'm in love with soil, and I think it's going to be this way for a while. So I go to sleep listening to things about soil, and I'm going to implement that. Eventually, I'm going to pour into this story everything I'm learning about gardening and soil and compost and worms, and that's why it's called Bajillion. Bajillion means the microorganisms that produce that work in unison, in a synchronistic or a symbiotic way with plants. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So that's what Bajillion is about. Now, right now I'm at 98 pages, 25,824 words. I don't know how long the story is going to be, but hell, it may be another. I'm not going to give a time frame, but I'm enjoying it right now. But getting back to my handle, Write This Way. It's a double entendre, triple entendre. Write this way, meaning follow me. I'll show you how to write like this. Write this way. Okay? Or follow me, I'll show you. Write this way. Also, go to writedisway.com. That's writedisway.com to check out all of my books. When times got, I gotta change this. When times got excruciatingly, terribly. When times got terribly bad for their mother, she called Suge 2 years before coming to Green Pond crying, her eyes out with nowhere to turn. Without hesitation, he invited her and the children to come live with him for as long as they needed. No family of mine is living on the streets if I can help it. Suge, he'd say. Suge would say. Suge would say to the Wallaces, Meanwhile, his son was still somewhere in New Jersey. Meanwhile, his son was still in New Jersey. Let me see. Meanwhile, his son was still somewhere in New Jersey. Some reported. Too many sums. Was still in New Jersey. Some reported hooked on drugs and living with another woman and her children. Right. So now I can leave this here. I was thinking. I guess I can. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So we're gonna make this black because we're just tracking along. And this is for my future audience because right now, as of today, January 9th, 2025, I'm getting about 2 views per video. 2. I'm not worried about that though. You know why I'm not worried about that? I have faith. This year, around this time, I'll have 200,000 views on this video. All right, mark my words. And averaging about 200,000 per video. You got to speak it, man. You got to speak it. You got to speak it. You got to say it. That's power in your tongue. You got to say it. One time I was saying, one day I'll have 4 published books. I have 4 published books. Now they ain't selling right now. But if it was about selling books, I wouldn't be writing anymore. You feel me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If it was about selling books, I would not be writing anymore. But as you can see, your boy is still writing. He's still writing. So I repeat, this time next year, 200 views. Average. 200 views, 200,000, 200K. 200K. 200,000 views average next year. You got to speak it. And I'm talking to anybody who's doubting themselves. You got to speak it. You got to put it out there. Ring, ring. I got it, said Sonia from the bathroom. With every ring, the girl's anticipation grew. Soon, she cut short a grooming session and scurried away from the bathroom mirror to her room. Hello? She answered. Hey, girl, what you doing? Asked the person on the other end. Who this? Asked Sonia. Girl, quit playing. You know who this is. Oh, it's just you. You sound different, Sonia said. What? And it's all about the details, y'all. It's all about the details. What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean I sound different? What? Should it be 3 or 2? Let's try 2. Oh, should be. Yeah. What? What do you mean I sound different? Lily replied. I just saw the look on her face. On Lily's face. You know how, she's on the, what? She did that number. What? What do you mean I sound different? She did it. Cause she's a black girl. She's mixed, she's biracial, but she's still black. She's still black. I don't care if she's mixed with Polish. Polish girls, 100%, they would do the same thing. What? You'll be a different what though? What? Anyways, I don't know anything about Polish people, as a matter of fact. I just want to put that out there. If any Polish people are listening, hey, leave it in the comments. Alright, so now this is going to be green. And we're going to keep on tracking on, y'all. Keep on tracking on. This is where we're going to pick it up next time. You just sound old, that's all. What? What you trying to say? Alright, we're gonna change this again. What? What you trying to say? 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 Oh, we're gonna keep it trying to say. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Alright. I'm just saying you sound different. Anyways, I'm just calling to ask if I could borrow $10 until my good for nothing dad sends me money. For what? Okay, so now I'm saying sends me money. So it must be a surprise that because Frederick Sr. is there at the party, so it must be a surprise. He just showed up. Yeah, I gotta say that. Yeah, I taught myself how to type, so and anyways, let it be known that Frederick Sr. just showed up. Okay. For what? Sonia asked. Dang girl, you don't have to get all loud. I don't want your mom to hear. You know how nosy she is. Is that nosy? Is that spelled right? Yeah. Why do you need money this time, Lil? She asked. I need to get Suge something for his birthday. Birthday? Why you wait until now? The party's today. Look, I didn't wait. I already have something, but it's cheap. Well, what is it? A pocket watch from Walmart. It was only $30. The girl laughed. What's wrong with that? Asked Sonia. Nothing. It's just cheap, that's all. And it looks cheap. What do you mean it looks cheap? It's from Walmart, right? It looks like it might only last a year. And stop talking so loud. All right, so it's making a suggestion to change loud to loudly, but this is dialogue, so I'm writing as though she's talking. You know your mom got them country ears. Lil, for a $30 watch, a year is a long time. As a matter of fact, my dad's watch didn't even last a year, and I paid $40 for it. All right, I get what you're saying. All right, I get it. Oh, all right, I get it. All right, I get it. What about, all right, I get it. What about $9? Lily, you know if I could, I would. Lily. Lily, you know if I could, I would. But I can't, not right now. Why not? Well, because Sonia paused to think of a believable lie. Hold on, my mom's calling, she fibbed. Before Lily could respond, Sonia's deliberate loud yell came across the cell phone, causing Lily to jerk it away from her ear. Huh? Lily heard on the other end, stalling for time while remembering the last time. Stalling while remembering the last time money was loaned to the smooth-talking New Jerseyan. It had taken 3 months before it was repaid, and that was only after throwing hint after hint about the $5 nearly every day. She decided to bail from the conversation altogether, coming back on with an aggravated tone. She said, "Look, girl, I gotta go. This crazy woman is complaining about the bathroom being a mess. We'll talk about it later." Meanwhile, Mrs. Wallace was standing by, listening to her mischievous daughter tell a bold-faced lie, giving a shameful grin as memories of her own childhood floated by. She could only shake her head in embarrassment as she commented in passing. Commented. Oh man, I don't know. As she remarked. Remarked is better. As she remarked in passing, "Girl, you know it don't pay to be so doggone conniving. You need to learn how to say no." Back at the pond, with neon bobbers floating on the water, Jacob had been explaining to his father why the family needed a dog. Begging for a puppy had been a constant thing with Jacob for nearly a month. His pleas were the same every time. Occasionally, he would add on a few more good reasons to why they absolutely had to have a dog, but for the most part, his reasons stayed the usual. For the most part, that doesn't sound... We'll come back to that. We'll revisit that. "Daddy, if we had a dog, we wouldn't have to throw away all of our scrap chicken bones and grits and stuff. If we had a dog, we could just give it to him." Alright, so now I'm editing and reading, y'all. I'm editing and reading at the same time. I'm reading, but I'm like, that's why I keep stalling. He paused. Meanwhile, Mr. Wallace was pretending not to hear his son. Another good reason is for protection," he said with exuberance. "If someone tried to break in with a gun, a good dog would bark to warn us." "Yeah, that's right. A good dog would bark and do all kinds of tricks and everything good dogs do, like bite people." "Bite people? Now, you see, bite people. Now, see, that's exactly why we don't need a dog. You want me and your mom to have to go to court and have to pay out money. Besides, they just don't make good dogs like when I was a little boy," said Henry. "Shoot, when I was young, we had a dog named Champ. Old Champ could find a hog in the rain, sleet, or snow. Whenever your granddaddy's pigs rooted underneath the fence, Champ would come and tell us. Kind of like he knew what was going on. He was a smart dog, old Champ." And I apologize, y'all. I'm reading and I'm stopping. I'm reading. I'm editing, so I'm not. Anyways, y'all bear with me. "Me and your Uncle Bubba would put on our boots. Put on our boots. Our boots. Would put on our boots and get in them woods. Get in like two professional trackers on the hunt. Shucks. Sometimes we let them out on purpose, just to see what old Champ was gonna. Yeah, this needs some work. Was gonna do. and have a little fun. And to have a little fun. Know what I mean? Asked Henry. Yeah, I know, said the boy with certainty. He'd heard the story a countless number of times. So much so he'd oftentimes talk along with his father. He'd often talk along with his father. He'd often talk along with his father. All I'm saying is, even if there was a big old alligator in this pond, I wouldn't be scared if we had a dog, he said. A good dog would grab the gator by the tail and swing him round and round, swing him around and round, swing him around and round, and throw his stinky gator butt way out in the middle of the water. So when are we gonna get him? Jacob asked. Get who? Said Henry while receiving a nibble on his line. The dog, Daddy. Another champ, Jacob said. I never said nothing about getting no dog, the man said, as the one nibble grew into many. The story has to come back to the gator. Also, okay. Oh, I thought I heard you say you were gonna think about it, Jacob asked. Son, if you and your sister keep hearing things, I'm gonna take both of y'all to get your heads checked out. Probably all them cigarettes your mama used to smoke when she was pregnant. I will say this. If you can stop joking around so much, before finishing the sentence, his bright yellow and orange cigar bobber took a deep dive under the dark water. With both hands wrapped firmly around the rod, the man jumped to his feet. After one good jerk, he began reeling in the line, causing the rod to bow. Whatever was on the other end of the line had taken the bait to the bottom of the fishing hole. Man, we got a big one, Jake, he said excitedly. Must be that gator, Daddy. You want me to get the gun? Not yet. Let me fight with it some more. The two watched in amazement as the line now stretched tight. Again, y'all, I apologize for the reading. I see a lot of things that need to be worked out, so I'm not just trying to read past everything. I gotta fix some things. So you know what? I'm gonna go. I'll read about maybe another minute or so, and then I'm just gonna save it and come back tomorrow. Now, let me see. The two watched in amazement as the line now stretched tight, slashed violently through the water. It shot to the right, then back to the left, then up a little towards them, then back. And to the right. The beast at the bottom of the hole was on the brink of breaking the rod. It seemed the wrestling had knocked Henry's straw hat in a way that it covered his eyes. Out of frustration, he jerked his head, causing the big hat to fall to the ground. Remember to add that Henry's wearing a straw hat in the beginning. I don't think I remember that. Maybe I did, I don't know. Get the gun, son, he said to Jacob. This ain't no ordinary fish we dealing with. Just as the boy came back with the rifle, the bow and the rod suddenly gave like a catapult. The tip of the pole came shooting up with only 2 feet of line left on it. What was that? Asked Jacob. I don't know. Might have been the gator, said Henry as he composed himself. Then, as though the conversation about the dog wasn't interrupted, Jacob said, Okay, Daddy, I'll start right now. Still breathing hard from the short battle, his father gave a bewildered look. Say what? He said, gasping. What you said about joking around? I'll start being serious right now. The father was amazed at how persistent, at the persistence of his 10-year-old son. He just had the fight of his life with some unidentified underwater creature, and his son's mind stayed focused on his wish of one day owning a dog. It was impressive. After the short but strenuous encounter with whatever it was that had taken his bait and hook and most of his line, I don't think, not most of the line. It can't be most of the line if you know. After the short but strenuous encounter with whatever it was that had taken his bait and hook, not most of the line. Henry Wallace picked his hat up, dusted it off, and sat back down on the 5-gallon bucket, smiling to himself, amused by the genius of his son, and wondering about whatever it was that had snapped a 100-pound gauge line. He started putting new tackle on. Jacob leaned the rifle against a nearby tree before standing in front of his father with the most serious look on his face, cocking the big straw hat back, allowing the sun to cascade around the shape of his 10-year-old son, who stood firmly with his arms crossed just in front of his father. The man looked up and couldn't help but to shake his head while cracking a smile. So, you're going to be serious now, said Henry, holding back chuckles. Yep, ain't no joking around for the rest of my life, said Jacob. He'd never seen a boy with such a determined look. The father was realizing just how much his son wanted a dog. Okay then. If you can continue to be as dedicated as you are right now for more than a few days, I'll try to find a puppy. For real, Daddy? Serious? The boy said. Daddy, please don't be joking. No joking. I'm as serious as whatever it was that just took my $3.75 worth of tackle. When, Daddy? Jacob insisted. Now hold on, son. See, you're already doing too much. I thought we agreed that you would start being a little more serious. I am being serious. I was just joking. I mean, not joking, but just playing around, but not in a jokey kind of way. Playing in a serious way. Like the time you said that you and Mama was just messing around in the room, that time when y'all was bouncing on the bed and Mama was making all kinds of funny noises. Yeah, that's it. I was just, boy, I get the point. Henry tried cutting it short, and though a pause did come moments later, Jacob started up again, adding to the elaborate explanation, no longer implicating his parents playing around, thankfully, but the damage had been done, like a leaking battleship inadvertently hit with friendly fire. His father could no longer hold back the subtle chuckles sinking in an ocean of hilarity, hissing with suppressed laughter, barely able to speak. He added, "Okay, Jake, just quiet down and see if you can't catch a fish or two. I'll be over here putting my rod back together." Alright. With the sun still blazing overhead, he pulled down on the front of his big straw hat and opened up the little green tackle box that had been sitting next to the bucket he sat on. "Daddy, am I still gonna a dog gonna get? Daddy, am I still gonna get a dog?" Jacob asked after only a minute had gone by. The boy sounded somewhat disappointed. As his father sat there, head down, busy at fixing the rod, he looked up at his son and said, "I have to see how long you can be serious this time." With those words, and after a sip from his canteen, Jacob seemed to go into a state of deep thought. His attention went back to the dark water. The tiny sparkling crystals were still there, everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to stop it here. So I'll make this red. But I'm also going to add a note here. Put emphasis on the effect of the mysterious. How do you spell mysterious? This, I don't know. Substance. Put emphasis on the effect of the mysterious substance. Wow. Wrestling with whatever is on Jacob's. Oh my goodness. It's been 42 minutes, y'all, and I didn't, I won't go into detail, but it's been 42 minutes. Let's go ahead and cap it off right here. A few seconds, okay. Put emphasis on the effect of the mysterious substance that the boy is drinking while wrestling with whatever's on Jacob's line. Okay. We'll end it here. Alright. It's in the red. And we'll pick it back up right here in the green. We'll pick it back up right here. Go ahead and save. Alright, so till next time, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Hit that like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. This is Anthony L. Kelly. I'm out.